Hi there, so glad to have you. In April 2015, Freddie Gray died days after being arrested in Baltimore. Prosecutors say his death was caused by spinal cord injuries he suffered while in police transport. Now today, a court found one of the 6 arresting officers, Edward Nero, not guilty on 4 misdemeanor charges associated with Gray's death, to the consternation of Baltimore's black community. Now here to walk us through the decision, it's Judge Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Welcome back, Judge.
Thank you, Kennedy. Always a pleasure.
So this was a 5-day bench trial, which is obviously very different from some of the protracted jury trials, which can last longer than several weeks.
Under Maryland law, a criminal defendant is permitted to elect a jury of 12 or a judge. The last trial of one of the officers ended in a mistrial. He's got to be tried again. So the one thing you will never get with a judge is a mistrial. The judge will either say the case has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty guilty, or the case has not been proven, therefore not guilty. A not guilty verdict is not the same as innocent. It just means that the state did not prove the crimes charged. In this case, the state charged the wrong person. This is the arresting officer. Was this a valid lawful arrest? No. Was he charged with making an invalid or unlawful arrest? No.
So the judge did the right thing in this case, in your eyes?
Yes, the judge did the right thing in this case. There were a lot of problems with this case, beginning with they charged him with the wrong crime, and he probably had nothing to do with Mr. Gray's death.
Was this a rush to justice in order to calm tension in Baltimore?
Yes. In their rush to justice, the prosecutors decided to charge everybody that touched him in any way that day. And their argument was, because you started the ball rolling, you first stopped him on the street, without that event, there would not have been a death 4 hours later. Well, that may make sense in the civil context if you're going to sue the city. They've already settled on the civil side, but it doesn't make sense in the criminal context.
Then boy, did they so quickly.
So they did. The acquittal was quite proper. The people of Baltimore should respect this decision. This is an African-American judge, a former public defender, a person who understands the Constitution, understands human freedom, understands the obligation of the state to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The real culprits, and there are culprits in this case, are yet to be tried, and they will be tried soon before the same judge.
Absolutely. So we will see, we'll be keeping an eye on how those trials go and the reaction in Baltimore. All right. Well, another case, a federal judge has ordered the Obama administration to release more than 20,000 pages of emails and memos pertaining to the botched Operation Fast and Furious, which allowed Mexican drug cartels to illegally purchase assault weapons. DOJ agents lost track of nearly 2,000 guns sold through the program. So are we in for surprises with the newly available info?
You know, I don't know what's there, but I do know the basic allegations, and there's 2 of them. One is dumb and one is dark. The dumb allegation is that the government, beginning in the George W. Bush Justice Department and continuing into the Barack Obama Justice Department, intentionally permitted these heavy-duty military-style weapons, what the public might call machine guns, to get in the hands of Mexican gangs so they could track the gangs and eventually arrest them. Obviously, that didn't work out because one gang member used an American weapon to shoot an American federal agent in the back and murder him. The dark theory is that this was intended to foment wars, gun battles at the Texas-Mexico border, so as to make it easier for the government to make it more difficult for us to own guns. We will see what the emails show. A courageous federal judge has looked at the emails in secret and said to the Obama administration, there is no claim of privilege here, release them all.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll see if anyone is charged and what comes of the story. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it could be, if it were properly weighted and vetted within the media, one of the biggest scandals to touch.
It will certainly enter the presidential campaign where Second Amendment rights are front and center.
All right, and they are today.
Yes.
As of right now. Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure.
Excellent.